How to make him miss you long distance. 7 ways to make him miss you in a long distance relationship. I am here with France's #1 dating relationship coach, Alex Cormont. Thank you for coming in, sir.
Nice to see you, man.
This gentleman has coached more than 30,000 people all around the world. Incredible 12 years he's been doing this. Who better to bring in, because he really, you're the romance guy. You know, you're creating romance, you're doing it for people all around the world. And missing someone long distance, it does have that romantic element to it, doesn't it? What's your, 7 tips, what's your first idea, Alex?
So I think it's really important. The first tip that I want to share with you, it's when we think about long distance relationship, we think about a relationship in problems because we are not close to each other. But I have personally experienced long distance relationship because I'm from France, I live in the US, and with my fiancée, we were at long distance relationship. But I was able to focus also on myself. And I first started to think that if I want her to miss me, I need to always be positive. Tips #1.
So it's really creating those positive experiences.
Exactly. It's to think that this relationship can work. It's to think that this relationship is beautiful, even if we are not always together. So you need to train your mindset and tell yourself, even if I'm in a long distance relationship, it will work. It's not it can work, it will work for sure, because you will be able to be yourself and to not just be after this man or overwhelm him, because that's when the breakup occurs, when there is a long distance relationship. So tip #1, I want you to train your mindset. Tips #2, I just want you to focus on your qualities, because the people that I've coached, most of the time women, they are always losing self-confidence when they are in a long distance relationship.
Right.
They think that he will cheat, he will not be attracted, or just he will not give a lot of love months after months. So I want you to focus on your qualities. I want you to make sure that you will be always confident when it comes to talking about this relationship, and not to be scared of losing him or scared of that he will cheat on you, because when we are scared, things will happen. Fears, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And the thing about long distance is you don't have as much time together, which actually gives you a huge opportunity to spend more time working on yourself. That's really cool.
And that's really important, because when you met this man, he was attracted by you. So if you change this you and you become needy, or you give him a lot of time and you will just not do the other tips that I will share with you, I can guarantee you your relationship will be over soon. And this is not what I want for you. So tip #3, it's really important for you to understand that as human, we are talking about what is negative and not positive. So we focus so much on the negativity. So if something happened at your work and your boss was yelling at you, this is not something you need to share to your boyfriend. Not all the time. For sure, you can just rely on him. He will be here to help you. But long distance relationships are based on positive energy and positive experiences. So it's really important for you to just focus on it, because I don't want you to lose yourself one more time and to focus on something that humans are doing, focusing on negativity.
Yeah, I talked about this in a previous video, and I don't think I can drum this in enough. Any relationship, John Gottman's research, 5-to-1, positive to negative experiences. It's not 5-to-0. It's not like you can never share a negative experience, but give him 5, great things for every one thing that you want to complain or vent about, because that is what draws us to people, and what makes someone miss us or us miss them is the feelings that we get from them. And so if every time you interact, you're getting this kind of positive feeling, positive vibe from him, you miss him. And the same is true in reverse.
And that's really important. Now, something weird that I've found, and it will be my tip #4, it's when we look at the relationship and the long distance relationship, the reason of the breakup, it's not the long distance. It's the routine, because when you will meet each other, you will always do the same thing. You want to stay in a room, you maybe want to have sex, or you want to go, instead of going to the theater, you will stay in the room and watch Netflix. But the problem is, nothing will be exciting here. So you will not keep the excitement or the attraction. So I want you to always remember, you have to create memories. You have to create memories, even in long distance. So plan the next trip, plan some ideas. And one advice that I can give you, you should never meet your boyfriend or girlfriend at home. Try to meet somewhere that you will discover together, because you will not stay in the hotel. You will want to.
We think we can't go on dates just because it's long distance. Exactly. You can. Exactly. You can get your satellite Wi-Fi, get your satellite internet, go on a date around the place, go to a theater, go to a park, just take the other person out to places, and you're bringing them in that experience. That's so beautiful, and that's something that they can watch and share with you. And yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and you know, something that we need to protect also, that could be my tip number 5, is when we are in a long distance relationship, we feel that we need to always be connected. So we will talk on Facebook, on Instagram, on WhatsApp, on Skype, and then we realize we are always talking, but we become friends and not like love. So I want you to be careful when it comes to communication. It's not because you're in a long distance that you need to always be connected. I love something that you have said in the previous video when I was interviewing you. You said distance can create attraction. So it's not that we are mad or we are not talking to each other. It's more, okay, I will do my life and I will leave my phone and I will just be in a present moment with my friends, with my family, or at work. And then this will work for my long distance relationship because you will be naturally distant.
It's this concept of natural space, the space that you create, not because you're trying to be distant or push him away, but a natural space that you create when you're living your life. Put your phone away when you're at the gym or you're off doing your thing at work, you're concentrating on work. It just creates this very natural space for the guy to miss you.
Sometimes people are asking me, Alex, what should I do? I'm in a long distance relationship. What is the magical theory of it can work? And I want to tell you something. There is no magic when it comes to love. There is 2 things that I want to share with you, and that will be my 2 last tips. You need to live with purpose. So you need to have your own life, your own dreams. And I love to tell my client, we only have one life. Let's do something crazy. Just be yourself.
I love it.
And you need to allow yourself to follow these dreams. So to live with purpose. And honestly, I just used this expression from you. So I'm like copying you a little bit. I love this expression. I was not able to translate my French views in English like you did. So it was amazing. Thank you so much. And my last tips, please, guy, you need to make sure that you're planning the future, even if you're in a long distance relationship. I have coaches, they want to be together, so they will try to work to get a visa, to change their work, or to meet in another country, and to make sure they will be able to live together. But I have also other coaches where their goal is to stay long distance, just planning the future, their next holidays, what they want to do in 15 years. So I want you to, tonight, just dreams about your life. Where do you see yourself in 20, 30, 40 years? Where do you see your relationship in this time too? Because then you will be able to avoid the small stuff, avoid the small problems, because even in long distance relationship, there is always small stuff and more small arguments, I can say.
Of course.
So just focus on the future. If you can create this plan, your relationship will be stronger and you will be the happiest person in the world.
What do you recommend, Alex, if someone isn't willing to plan with you or isn't on the same page with the planning?
So I guess if someone doesn't want to plan, if someone is not really involved in the relationship, I would just try to stay a little bit distant and to work on the reattraction and the romance. Maybe we can do a video about romance together, because this is where we can have someone really involved. If I'm not planning, it's because I don't pay attention to you. If I'm not planning, it's because I'm taking you for granted. Even if in a long distance relationship, it can happen and it's not good. So if we work on it, if you start to live with purpose, I can guarantee you, your man will plan a lot of things and will be after you, he will be chasing you.
I love that. And what do you recommend finally about couples who have met online? I'd love to hear your thoughts, because there's 2 different long distance situations. There's the couple that were together and then had some time apart. So they've kind of got the foundation. What's your advice for people who have met online? I have to be honest, this isn't something I coach for, but it is something that happens. If you've met someone online and you haven't actually spent time with them yet, what are your thoughts on those types of relationships?
I will keep in mind that we are not in a relationship. We are still in the attraction process. Because, you know, I have heard so many women telling me, Alex, I feel that I know this man for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then when they meet, they are just going too fast. To build a relationship, there is some phase. You need to take the time to play the seduction, the attraction, the romance, as French people we say. So my advice is to not think in a relationship. Don't think like you're married for 10 years if you have never met him before. And it will allow you to just be in the playful and also to be more attractive. So he will always have to chase you. So I'm not against meeting online. I think it's beautiful. But sometimes we just are too emotional. And these emotions will lead your relationship to a breakup because it's not strong. So I want you to learn who is this guy. To learn him, to just make sure you know him before to be in a relationship. That's something really important.
Yeah, I love that. I think not calling it a relationship until you've actually met is very wise advice. Thank you so much for coming in, sir. It was a pleasure to have you, as always. France's #1 relationship and dating coach. How can they find out more about you?
You can find me on my French website, alexandrecormont.com, but also on my US website, FrenchRelationshipExpert.com.
Check it out and make sure you're subscribed to his YouTube channel. The guy's phenomenal, and just meeting him, I've really appreciated how much. So Alex, thank you for coming in. We will get you answering some comments in the space below, so make sure you leave them thoughts, comments, and questions. Hit the like button and the big red subscribe button with the little bell so you get all the notifications of future videos, and we'll see you in the next one real soon.
Bye-bye.